So welcome back to French countryside life. I was meant to be working today, it's Thursday today, but due to a series of unfortunate events, which goes back probably 18 months, when I was clearing brambles at the top of an embankment, stepped back to look at my handiwork and fell off and broke my elbow, this one, and eventually went to the hospital. I put it in plaster, I saw the doctor and he said, you're going to need some physio on that, and gave me a letter and made the appointment for about 5 weeks. I thought, well, that's a while to wait for a physio, but okay. So I went back to see him in 5 weeks' time and he said, have you had your physio? And I said, well, no, I thought this was it. And what I didn't know at the time was that letter was something called an ordonnance, which is a prescription. And in France, you get an ordonnance or a prescription for a physio. You go and find a physio because they're all self-employed, and you use that prescription to pay for the physio. I didn't know that, so I didn't have any physio on it. So this week I've been opening up the swimming pool after the winter closure, and I've been scrubbing the swimming pool sides and doing all sorts of work like this with the big long brushes and so on, and it's put an extra strain on my elbow and it's been killing. It's been absolutely killing. So hence I didn't go to work today. I think that's what you call a first world injury, isn't it? I injured my elbow cleaning my swimming pool. Don't think there's much sympathy going on there. Anyway, here's what it is. So, found a fantastic product that I learnt about probably last year. One of the subscribers, one of my friends now, David Hamilton, smashing fella with his wife Diane. They've got a gîte complex down in Dordogne, and when we went down there to visit him last year, he had cleaned his pool surround with this stuff called Javel, which is like a strong bleach. And I went and bought some because the pool surround was looking rotten, and used it. Fantastic stuff. I'll show you the results shortly. Amazing. So I'm going to get some more and do some more cleaning up around the area. But for today, I bought the wood to start the work on Pete's kitchen door shutter. So come and have a look and you can see the original, and we'll get cracking with that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so it's a bit noisy in here because the pump and filter's going. So these are the original shutters. This is the top. This is the top here. This will be the inside. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that. We'll see how that cleans up. And you can see it's all rotted here. And there it's actually flapping about there. So the first part is to take these are actually floorboards, or cladding apparently. Yeah, but they're the right thickness. It's to take those and make two doors basically. So we'll just glue them together, they're tongue and groove. Glue them and clamp them, and see how we go. Before we do that, come and look at the pool and how this Javel stuff makes a difference. So the grass needs a cut. I'll do that this afternoon. You can see where the chickens were. So that's got to be raked and seeded. So down to the pool. Which is looking real good. So you can see, this is the difference. So this is before. So that was right across there like that. That colour, like that. And this is afterwards. So you can see the difference. It's amazing stuff. So yeah, lovely. Get that grass cut this afternoon if I can. Oh look, it's a fighter jet. Or some kind of jet. Oh no, is it? Don't know what that was. Wow. So the chickens are settling in over here. Just getting ready to get some more chickens, probably another 6 I think. They seem happy though. They're inside the run, can you believe it? Chooks. Chooks. There you are. Chooks. I haven't got anything for you, I'm just calling you. Here comes Lionel, look, thinks he's going to miss out. Chook. False alarm. Good, right, let's get on with that, with those doors then. So we're back in the workshop now. Let's get these unpacked and laid out. Okay, so that's that done. I'll come back tomorrow when these have had a chance to dry and we'll get to work on making them into shutters. Good. Okay, so it's a couple of days later. These are well dry by now, so all nicely glued together. So we'll get set up to cut them to size. This is the bleachy stuff I was talking about. You can see that. Yeah, it's really good stuff, powerful. It's a bit dodgy to work with, but it certainly does the job. On another note, I was talking to Jane yesterday about a bucket list. We've got a bucket list, haven't we? Things that we want to do before we kick the bucket. Incidentally, talking to our French teacher a few years ago, I happened to mention, you know, that when someone dies in the UK, it's called kicking the bucket. So you kick the bucket. Charlie Farley kicked the bucket, and he didn't understand. Never heard it before. And apparently, the French equivalent, if someone passes away, then it's known as they break their pipe. So who knew? All right, so let's get set up. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So yeah, talking about bucket list, and I think there's a few things on my bucket list That's don't laugh, all right? But I've always wanted to go to a dude ranch in say Montana or Wyoming, something like that. Yeah, a couple of weeks on a dude ranch, roping steers and so on. That'd be good. I'd really look forward to that if I could do that. The second one is to canoe down the Verdon Gorge. Now the Verdon Gorge is a place down in southeast France, and that's a real possibility. In fact, that's a probability. I'm going to do that. I'm going to canoe down the Verdon Gorge. I'll just put a quick picture in of what that looks like. So that was the Verdon Gorge, lovely. And the other one that I'd love to do would be to go sport fishing on one of these big sport boats in Florida or somewhere like that. You know, where you catch your sailfish and your swordfish and stuff like that. That'd be amazing. So if there's anybody out there who wants to force that upon me, that'd be great. Anyway, so let's get set up and we can cut these to size. Okay, let's get this one cut to size. That is bang on. Brilliant. All right, we'll do the other one and we'll be in good shape, I think. So that's the doors cut to size. The planks came up slightly short, about 1/2 centimetre. Probably will make a lot of difference, but just wanted it to be right. So I've added 2 centimetres to the bottom, and I can. That will also give a bit of extra rigidity. Yeah. All right. So moving swiftly on. Okay. So I'll make some careful measurements so that the hinges go back in the right place, and the lock. I spoke to Pete and Kath, and they haven't got the key for this, so I'll just discard this and get a new one. So yeah, do some careful measurements and take all the hardware off. Okay. Okay, so I've done extensive measurements of the two doors, and we're all a bit to go. So there's nothing left but to start taking these apart. So let's get on with that. So, you know, I'm a big fan of nostalgia and TV movies from the 70s and 80s. I was looking again at Are You Being Served? Just brilliant, brilliant characters. Mr. Humphreys. Are you free, Mr. Humphreys? Captain Peacock, Mrs. Slocum and her pussy, Mr. Lucas, and young Mr. Grace. You're all doing very well. Brilliant. Apparently it ran 10 series from 1972 to 1985. The golden age of TV. Really good. Other than those entertainers, I guess, that got sent to prison. But the ones that didn't, they did a cracking job. Good. All right, speaking of cracking job, but I better go on with this. Okay, so that's one door stripped. All the ironmonger is off it. All the bits are on the floor. So I'll get on with the other side and yeah, doing all right. So that's both doors stripped down. Gonna be cleaning up the ironmongery, the hinges and so on. That's the before, obviously, that's the after. So yeah, I'll show you. The angle grinder on it. Good. So that just needs some red oxide on it and a coat of gloss, and that'll be ready to go back on to the new door. So we'll continue that next week. Still a lot to do on those shutters. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to give the video a thumbs up, maybe share it on social media and press the notification bell so that you know when there's new content. And keep an eye on the community posts as well. I'll try and post a few more bits on there. And maybe think about subscribing if you're not subscribed already. And all that leaves to say is mine, there you go, and I'll see you soon.